Hey adventurers, welcome to the crew. I'm Sea Lord Agenda, and this is my Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity. In the last episode, we dealt with the resurrected Lord Radric, and we are now going about finishing various bounties, side quests, companion quests, and so on, in preparation to take on the White March Part 2 in the next episode. Where else do we have bounties? Leia Raymond, Copper Lane, and Claybone Rillock. Leia Raymond is way over here somewhere? No, Leia Raymond is the temple that was at Stonewall Gorge. There's Claybone Rillock. Okay, Copper Lane first, I guess. We need more camping supplies too, actually. There's the inn right here that we can probably stop at and grab some.
Hail and well met.
What's up, Bishop? I need all your camping supplies, and I guess we'll just go ahead and stay the night, honestly. Let's grab this, because at least that's a combat bonus. And I'm expecting to go straight into combat, so... Forgot about that guy, the criminal or whatever. Don't think he was important. Didn't I kill Solmar the Shackler already? Well, if he's still there when we do get back to our stronghold, we'll deal with him. Because of all the travel we're doing, he probably won't be, but we'll see. Down into the catacombs. And we will deal with this bounty. Don't know where it is, but... Down here, maybe? There's not a lot of places that are actually very large. No, not down here. Out here somewhere? I don't know. Huh. You know, I wasn't actually planning on ever resolving this, but you know what? Fine. I can just arrest him myself. Eorn lowers his head. I'd hoped to be out of the city by now. I guess I can't outrun what I've done. At least you're leaving me with my life. Yeah, he was worried they'd kill him without a trial. I'll just arrest him myself without a trial. And, I don't know, let him go eventually, if I remember. Based on my track record in Crusader Kings, I won't ever remember, and he'll just die in there, but, you know, it happens. Who was this guy? Daroth Grimold, a vampire. Yeah. That would explain all the skeletons. Well. Somebody needs to nuke the wizards immediately. So, Aloth, let's you and I do that. Are all these vessels? Yep, including Daroth himself. Literally every one of these Pallegina can dispel in one hit with the right hand. took care of that guy. Let's hit the other one.
Following your...
I think our party is going through their whole party like a hot knife through butter right now. Why are you in melee range, actually, Grieving Mother? You're not even a melee character at all. Or even if you were, you're not wielding a melee weapon, so I don't quite know. Is Darth dead already? Did Ada or somebody just kill him? Oh no, here he is. I think she's already just removed 2 guys from the playing field. You know, go bring them. We got this.
Okay.
Grieving Mother, why don't you just disintegrate this loser? I will hit Daroff with this before he eats Aloth's face. Aloth, maybe you can also try to hit him. No, he's immune. That kind of makes sense, honestly.
We got it.
It's... well, raw damage? It doesn't say he's immune to raw damage, but...
Take better.
Gina is way too good at these vessels. Like, she has achieved... this sword has really done things for her as a paladin. Did that miss somehow? No, it grazed.
Up.
Alright, well, there he goes. Okay. He had 15 gold, 400 copper, and his head. Bounty resolved.
Absolutely. Yes?
Okay. Let's go, let's go. Don't see any reason to hang around. We will head on to Clément Relag and Leon Raymond and grab the bounties there, I think, because apparently the second wave is not high enough level to present a huge threat to our party at this point yet. If there's more waves, they might be, but this one we can handle. There's a gate right here, isn't there?
Of course, a little chaos makes it far easier to get away with mischief.
What exactly are you trying to get away with, Kana? Well, to Leon Raymond. Alright, where do we reckon this bounty is? There's not that many places. Let's see, glass tile. It could be on the second level, actually. must be on the second level. Which I think is still only accessible through this big hole. Oh, I guess it's not actually separate. Oh no, it is a separate level. How do I even get there? Oh, over there. My bad. Well, at least we confirmed it's not down here. Yeah, it must be down on the lower level here. Hello. Sure are. There's glass steel. There's swamp spores. Okay, yeah, all our ranged troops need to immediately go for those swamp spores before they corrupt the whole party. You can maybe go for over here and cast this around. Oh, allies. I see. Makes some sense. Target theater with that. No, that did not kill the swamp spore. Alright, that's pretty tough, huh? I will cast some chain lightning over here. Loth will maybe just cast it down here, honestly. Okay, didn't really chain, but the spore is dead at least, so I will take it.
Yes?
Let's see, Loth will deal with that. I will do that.
I'm here.
I don't know how big the delay is exactly. It's pretty scary. Oh, but the damage is really quite nice.
My mind feels.
Is everybody? No, half of us are not using their proper weapons currently. Well, I know for a fact Pallegina was using it in the last fight. She dispersed a bunch of people with special. I have no idea what to make of it.
Poison! Your aim is some improvement.
Swamp Spore wasn't really in range, which is good. But
Stand together! Leave it to me!
Yes?
why does it always swap weapons when they get confused or dominated? Doesn't even make sense. Like, it's not objectively better to swap weapons in most of these cases. Well, Glasstyle's dead. So that's that problem resolved. One more bounty up in Cleopon Redog. Can I just run off the edge of the map anywhere? Yeah. Fantastic. And then I will go back to Cadnua, collect all these bounties, and see what I can do in terms of companion quests. We'd probably better camp. Low on spells now, I think. Okay, there's not that much space for him to hide here. Who are we after now? Songsmith Roska, the infamous Norvik Chanter. Okay, well, as long as she's outside here somewhere. Found her. Go for that's the mage. Go for the mages. 2 of them. Hit them immediately with that. There's Roska. One down. Definitely just hit the same one that had already died. Of course, the second time I doesn't one-shot him. Let's just cast Chain Lightning. Palagina, you have a lot of focus built up. Why don't you I don't know, go for disintegration on that.
Lava.
Palagina, go for
Be on seat.
Okay, Roska is badly hurt. Let's just cast more Chain Lightning, both of us. And some more. And dealt.
Fire!
Right, warhammers, daggers, shields, armor, lockpicks, gold, silver, warbow, scepter, a couple of lower level tomes, exceptional plate, which is not too common. Oh, a tricorn hat, nice. I like those, but it's got no stats, so
At
gold,
once.
copper and such. Okay, that's the bounties handled. I'm sure there's more, but that's the second wave of them handled. Back to Cadnua. Turn all those in. And then maybe see what our companions have to say. Honestly, I realize it makes thematic sense, but it's kind of annoying the Warden's Lodge is so isolated from everything. What's up, Warden?
Hello.
Well, no more Doroth Grimmel. Well done. You've outdone the Ducal Palace. Mind, that's not terribly difficult. Anyway, here's your pay. 2,500 copper. Yep, I've got the head of Glassstyle. One nasty troll's head for a nasty little alchemist. I'll let him know the job's done. In the meantime, here's your bounty. I've got the bounty on Roska. You may have averted another war of the Black Trees, eh? Here's the coin they were offering. Yeah, I got Thorfinn's head. Seems like crossing the Knights tends to lead to a bad end. They pay well enough anyway. Here you are. Any new bounties? He browses through a stack of parchment. Claimed, claimed. Ah, here we are. Let me see. There's some ranger causing trouble out in the wilds, and there's Galen Dalgard, slaver, not exactly popular around here. Then there's some kind of cult, looks like. And here's one I haven't seen in a while. Captain Muarumi, the pirate. Alright, what's the deal with the ranger? The ranger Fulmina has been waging a one-woman campaign of terror against travelers passing through woodland plains. Survivors report she feeds her victims to the pack of wild animals that travel with her. A lot of folks would be glad to hear she's been dealt with. Galen Dalgard? This one's got teeth. Galen Dalgard, the slaver. He and his friends have been spotted at Matamir Bridge. None of the local authorities are willing to touch him because he's got powerful connections back in Aether. But some nameless soul is willing to put coin down to see Galen breathes his last. Says it's personal. Cult? I'm not sure what to make of this one. Something about a murderous cult of druids led by Menpugra. The creature goes by Devwin, and it looks like she and her followers have set up in a cave in the Northfield. And the pirate? Captain Muarumi. Mainly goes after Valian vessels. His crew just made landfall at Anselok's Compass. Not sure how long he's planning on staying, but this is your chance to take him down before he sets sail again. Okay, bounties collected. Now let's see, I think we need to talk to Grieving Mother. Although I can't really...
This place, as beautiful as it can be with the absence of children. Your mind comes bearing questions, Watcher.
Yes, I have some for you. You addressed me as a Watcher when we met. Do you know what a Watcher is? There's a slow chill, and for a moment it seems as if she's going to fade from your vision, as if she can't bear to be seen.
The title came unbidden. I do not know why I spoke of it. Yet it seemed the right mantle, a familiar one.
Yet I do not know where it came from. If I have given offense, oddly enough, it feels like she's not speaking to you. It feels like she's speaking to an audience. The air takes on a curious edge, a chill which persists for a sharp moment, then fades into a dull fear. If I have given offense, forgive me. Forgive me. You would know more than I. Have you encountered a Watcher before? I do not know. It's an odd feeling. I do not know where it stems from. It was a word that arose when you saw me. It's said Watchers see much that others do not, and I've been hidden from the eyes of others for some time. Okay, let's see. How is it no one can see you?
Their eyes see, but their minds will not remember past the call.
Call?
My face is like the call of a newborn, hiding the face beneath. And for my body, I am able to wrap myself as a mother cradling her child. I am here, as you see me, but to them, their eyes see only the cloak that I wear. A peasant mother, dirty, shabby, not worth knowing. As a Watcher, you see more than others. To the eyes of most, I am as unseen as the spirits you share memories with.
Alright, how do you affect minds? I divert the flow of their senses down a different path, to a place easily forgotten. It's not unwelcome when one does not desire the presence of others. The surface of their minds register a figure, but the memory slips away. They see a woman, but there's no desire for conversation, no desire for questions, and I have none to ask. Okay, what else? How did I enter your dream?
I do not know. What do you speak of? If you were in my thoughts, I could not feel your presence, nor do I know what you saw there.
As she speaks, you suddenly feel an odd sensation in your mind, like walking into a library, a vault of books, ancient grimoires. You suddenly realize that whether she permits it or not, you could enter her dream and observe it without her ever knowing. There's something about her mind where you could hold it like a book of enchantments, trying each one as you wished, and keep the memory as your own. Well, that seems disturbing. And suddenly, for a moment, you find yourself back in your present thoughts, though you were away but for a moment. She seems unaware of your diversion of thought. It may be one of your gifts, an ability to walk in memories as easily as someone walks upon the ground. Would you like to hear what I saw? A mix of curiosity and fear wells up between you. She raises her left hand, the chiming at her wrists, quelling the rise within her. She's frightened, but curiosity anchors her.
And what did you see in my memories? I would hear you speak of them.
It was you helping give birth to a child. There's silence, and as your breath falls still, you hear the faint cry of a child in the distance. A newborn child, almost exactly like what you heard in a dream. As you listen, the grieving mother raises both hands, as if weaving, her wrists chiming as she does so, in a semblance of the gentle turning she provided while the newborn was crowning. To your surprise, you reckon the motions and the words from the memory, even if they are as new to you. Or as they are new to you. As she weaves her hands through the air in front of her, the child's cries grow still, yet the sound of the chimes weaves almost hypnotically into your thoughts. The sky seems sharp and clear, and you feel as if you were towering over your surroundings, as if kneeling atop a great pillar, just as she did in the memory. To your surprise, the grieving mother falls as if her strings were cut, and her knees crack hard against the ground. Her hands never cease moving in the air, the chimes echoing her movements. In a ragged voice you hear her speak. The voice is that of a much older woman than the one before you. Harsh, almost desperate.
Tell me what you saw. Show me what you saw. Where were you?
Her eyes are now terribly sharp and real, filmed with silver white, like Adra. The middle of a forest atop a great plateau. The sky was clear, mist blanketing the trees. As she kneels before you on the ground, she whispers to you hoarsely and even fainter with the distance behind you.
The stone of the plateau. Its color. Tell me its color.
I don't remember. Hold on. Did I mention it previously in this conversation? No, I don't. I think it was a granite plateau carved into a tower, possibly. She leans back as if looking back at the sky, but her eyes are closed, the film building on them. With a slow intake of breath, you feel time become quiet around you. I do not feel the memory. I do not know if it's mine, but... Her hair falls across her features again like a veil, and she nods, not with her chin, but a push in her mind. But thank you for trying. I could try to help you recall it. Oh. Okay, I just straight up guessed wrong, apparently.
Show me what you saw. Where were you?
Okay, was it...
The stone of the plateau.
Silver Edra, its surface
Tell
warmed by the
me
sun.
its color.
As you watch her hands rise before her, she clasps them, then cups them as if feeling them for the first time, and she stares down into the cradle of her hands. The chimes sound once, twice, as if they swing with the movement.
And what did these hands hold?
A newborn child. There's a sudden intake of breath, and then a release. Her eyes blur closed, forming into slits. In the brief glimpse you have of her changing expression, the rippling pain in her features seems to have smoothed. She swallows once, twice, and you feel her once again in your thoughts, the rasping husk of her voice swallowed and drawn within her.
It was the birthing bell you saw. Has it been so long? Have I forgotten so much?
Maybe? Hold on. Sorry, guys. With the words comes a river of impulses, thoughts as if loosed from a breaking dam. And as your mind wraps the impulses into words, you realize it's her muscles and her heart and thoughts relaxing and breathing again. There's such an intensity you almost want to step back from the flow, but you find the wave of impulses cause questions to float to the surface. Among them is a name. Watcher. What is the, birthing bell?
It is a plateau formed of the spirit stone Audra. At its top is set a great bell, cradled in the reaching arm of the plateau. It stirs in the wind, and it sounds for leagues when struck by Kith hands.
I see.
In distant times, the great bell served as a Glanfathan watchtower, perhaps. Why they abandoned it, I do not know. Other men came in time, settlers, and claimed the tower as their own. I, in turn, claimed it from them. The pillar became a cradle where I could draw new souls into the world.
So, you help women give birth? That's what was in your memory?
Yes. Yet, I believe you only saw a small part of the birthing ritual. It is not all in a moment, nor in a day. It is a journey of many years between the child, the mother, and I.
There was much I could do to aid the mother. Some sought the physical comforts of ritual to steady their thoughts, even Adra from the bell. Others would seek advice, words of counsel for the days ahead. I was able to provide draughts, tinctures, and a reading of the child's spirit, all to strengthen the mother. Can you tell me about the ritual?
The ritual was one of many steps. It took many tens of years to carve them, but always the child's thoughts were there to guide me. From the moment it began to awaken, to the 3 seasons within the mother, to the birthing day, and the years to follow. The child's thoughts, that is where it began. The expectant mother, I could often sense her thoughts, and those of her child, before she could. I would soothe her, free her from the panic of questions. I would sound the memory of the birthing bell atop the plateau in her mind, letting the memory of the vibrations fill my thoughts and hers. Often, the child's soul could hear it too, so the sound of the bell echoed in the mother's thoughts.
You could sense the mother's thoughts? Sharing memories and thoughts can bind lives together, as can hardships, and most of all, the sharing of what is familiar. The bell itself provided shelter for such thoughts, opportunities to see deep into the crevice, hollows in the rock where one could find shelter, clefts where you could feel the Audra all around you. As she speaks, you feel your legs bent, crossed, and the warmth of walls around you, blankets woven thick beneath you. Such shared images can bond souls even tighter and allow them to draw strength from each other. Why did the ritual last years? What happened after the birth? Once the pain is channeled away and the mother and child breathe again, I sound the birthing bells on my wrists and allow the mother to hear the child's thoughts, the ringing, echoing in each other's thoughts. The bells open the way between them, let her feelings pass into the newborn and let her feel the child in return. And when the feelings meet, that is when I weave another memory and leave it tied in their minds. What's the significance of the bells? Yes, and for years after, I gave it set to the child after delivery. It's a reminder of the memory the mother and child shared. You feel an odd sensation of warmth, and you can feel a smile being shared, then it flickers and it's gone. As the bells coax the child forth, so they accompany the child onwards, fastened about the wrists, to care for him in mind and body. There's no magic in it, except the magic of practicality. If a child sought to leave their cradles or escape their cribs, the mother could know through the warning of the chimes alone. At times, if the bond was strong, so would I. The sensation of a smile comes again, slower, more knowing between you. If not watched, children, much trouble may be had from tiny hands. The chimes are kept until the child needs them no longer. When I no longer can hear them sounding in my mind, I know their spirit is changed and the bonds we shared are long gone. This shedding may last many years or but a few, but it is necessary. So you watched over the children for years? Children are fragile things. Even the ties of blood and mind may not be enough. They must be watched, and even then the body may fail the mind. But if watched, even the most sickly child may cling to life if determined enough, and many of their souls were tied to me. If a child's spirit failed, I could sound the chimes in their mind and grant them strength, even from afar. It did not always serve, but it gave hope. Sounds like you've seen tragedy too. Enough to never wish to feel it again. In the times before the bell, children who died were cast upon the waters of the lake beyond the bell. Sometimes, while alive, if their paths and futures were deemed weak. It was a different time. Children were treated carelessly. Those times are past. I have other questions. Ask what you will. I'll provide what answers I can. Why would you give a telling of a child's spirit?
Many would come seeking their child's future, or a reading into the child's past, the lives its soul is said to have lived.
There's a slow chill, and for a moment it seems as if she's going to fade from your vision, as if she can't bear to be seen. And there's a spike of fear, alarm.
Such things are not mine to see. I meant no offense.
Oddly enough, it feels like she's not speaking to you. It feels like she's speaking to an audience. The air takes on a curious edge, a chill which persists for a sharp moment, then fades into a dull fear. You feel the word watcher resounding in her mind. You're frightened. Something about watchers. As the thought of watchers crosses your mind, you feel a sharp pain, stabbing, the sudden burn of lashes across your back and shoulder. Then it's gone, and you feel the grieving mother before you, silent, almost fearful, weary.
I was something else, but because the title Watcher was cast on me, the word carried a weight I had neither earned nor deserved. The world seems filled with such titles. They distract, I think, from the actions of the person, from their strengths.
So were you a watcher or just a cipher? Possibly just a cipher still, but similar abilities. Why did you believe you were a watcher?
The world has many corners, and in some corners the name Watcher is more known. It is an easier title than others, and at times it is easier to wear. Placing a title upon what is unknown can dispel the fear of it, and I did not fight it. I even believed it true, though I knew little of the ways of Watchers. It even granted me strength.
I see.
I was able to see the thoughts of others, shape them, and help guide souls. Watcher seemed enough, and the name seemed to matter little in the light of one's acts.
But if they came to you to read their child's souls, what did you tell them?
I drew upon the present. I felt the soul of the mother before me, and used that to tell the child's path, to give it a voice. If only the thoughts of the mother and the emotions that lie beneath were mine to impart. I did, and so I used that as the telling of their child's future.
What if it turned out not to be true?
Futures fulfilled by one's own spirit are as strong as anything seen by another's eyes. And if one draws from the emotion of the mother, it matters only when harm is done.
Yeah, but what if the mother, that does seem
And their lives
dangerous.
I knew well. I could weave their lives, their thoughts over time, to the mother, to the child, and once the child had been born, was sheltered, I could relax the threads of thought until the child could stand on its own.
Kind of sounds like you were reshaping the thoughts of the children to make the readings true, yeah?
This is my calling, to show them the life I see before them, and even greater, make them believe it.
So you twisted the mother's feelings for the children?
Even the most strongly worded tells may not be enough to save a child and allow it to be born. If I have the strength to strip away the stem of a mother's spite to expose kindness, weave nurturing from disdain and neglect, then that is my calling.
I understand in a sense, but it is very dangerous, I think.
And with the weight of Watcher behind my thoughts, these tells gain strength. Strength I never possessed on my own. They believed. And what they believed became the truth. With each child that was set upon that path, the title of Watcher became stronger. You must understand, without such weight upon my words, many lives would have been lost, drowned, cast in the lake beyond the bell. Now the trail to the lake is lost and reclaimed by the forest, as was meant. A Watcher was not there to look over us, but it was a Watcher that saved them, and with a Watcher's strength, children were born, were cared for, and grew strong.
Honestly, I can see the argument that your readings were necessary.
What use is a frightened will when a spirit is at stake? Would you let the fears of a mother end her newborn's life? You felt it in the memory, the weight of it, the importance of the child's life. It was a memory we shared.
Did we share that memory, or did you inflict it on me? Suddenly there's a rasping cry across your consciousness. She raises your hands and you see the chimes draped from them, yet they make no sound as she moves.
A greater good was done, and children were saved. It is a choice you may be forced to make one day, and when faced with it, you will make the same one.
Well, when that happens, I'll be making my own choice.
This choice is not yours to make, Watcher. You will do as the world needs, as its children need. It is greater than you and your twist of sight.
Maybe. What else do we have to talk about?
The birthing bell. It is
Where
where
is
I
the
could draw
birthing
new
bell?
souls.
The birthing bell lies deep in the great forests of the Deerwood at the borders of Glenfathan lands. Surrounding it is barely a town, not one you would find on any map, but it held an important place for those there, even if we were far from the beaten track. Small families, tied like a knot, joined at the wrists in mind, in thought. All were welcomed, all had purpose. Okay. We gotta talk to Harabius and do a
Absolutely.
bunch of other stuff still.
Certainly.
The trip to the Ixamital Plains was largely uneventful, but Scunny discovered a grisly sight upon arriving to the Apahuelos Adra Circle. Over 50 locals had become permanently petrified among the stones. It took a few days of investigation, but Scunny learned that the abductions all happened at specific times of night and in a pattern for miles around the stones. With the assistance of an Apahuelo mathematician and philosopher, Scunny was able to expose the killer, an extremely powerful Hadrican that had been protecting the Adra Circle for centuries. When Kith discovered the secret place, she began systematically stalking and petrifying anyone who lived within walking distance of the site. Scunny led a protracted battle against the creature with the help of locals. We got a rock that summons a swamp lurker. Interesting. Okay, we have Eorn imprisoned. Oh, Solmar is still here. Let's go kill him. I feel like we killed Solmar once already, but let's do it again just to be sure.
I have heard terrible things. I
hi.
worried you would not return. Is it true that there are riots in Defiance Bay, and that Avar Wolfgren has been slain?
Yes, I'll make Theos pay for it. I am sure you will, my lord, and much does he deserve it. May the gods harry his every step. I'm glad above all that you're unharmed. I can only hope that Defiance Bay recovers. What is the state of the keep? Word of Katnua is spreading far and wide. I expect we'll be receiving visitors from every corner of the world soon. I can't tell you how wonderful it is seeing this place restored to its original splendor. Thank you, my lord. This keep only reflects what you've done for us. A monument, if you will. I've kept you too long, haven't I? I'll give you my report. Where's Solmar? Why is he not out here? Usually I can talk to them, but I don't actually see them here, so I guess we'll just ignore it.
I must say, I'm impressed.
Alright, so we've done some pretty good work here. 2 major side quests dealt with. More to do still, but some smaller side quests still to resolve and so on. There's gonna have to be another side quest resolving episode, but I'm gonna end it there for now. Thank you everybody very much for watching. Hope you all have a nice evening. This is Sea Lord Janda signing off.